Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, predicting the game between the Niners and the Patriots happening this Sunday at Foxborough. Should be a fun one. I wish this was a Jimmy Garoppolo versus Tom Brady matchup, but unfortunately that is not happening. We're going to be getting a Jimmy Garoppolo versus Cam Newton matchup, which I am excited as well. As you all know, Cam, as much as he's had a bad game against the Broncos last week, he is still a mobile quarterback, and you guys know the history with 49ers against mobile quarterbacks. Not really the best track record. This should be a very shaky game for the 49ers, in my opinion. On defense, offensively, I feel a little bit more comfortable, but you know Belichick, he's going to take away something that we love to do. That should be an interesting one to talk about. I'm going to get this video started, but before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help you out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers, Patriots, prediction for Week 7. Who is going to win this game? Alright, so as you all know, I like to do a tail of the tape, see which team did last week. 49ers, in their case, Sunday Night Football against the LA Rams. They ended up winning the game 24-16. They look almost dominant all game long. All three phases of football clicked. They were redeeming themselves from the loss against the Miami Dolphins a few weeks ago. They got absolutely humiliated in that one. Jimmy G in this one had a much better performance. 3 touchdowns. Everyone went off. Defensively, they were able to keep Jared Goff and the running game in check. I was very pleased with their performance. Offensive line, they did a great job. Although Trent Williams, I don't know what his status is coming into this game, but I'm hoping that he can play, but we'll find out in the next couple of days. Great victory. Got to move on to this team that I'm about to talk about right here, right now. Let's talk about the New England Patriots. They ended up losing the game to the Denver Broncos 18-12. Very disappointing performance under their part, but as you all know, they didn't have a lot of practices because of everything going on with the pandemic. Cam Newton, Stephon Gilmore tested positive, so they didn't really have a lot to work with, and the performance really showed. Cam was really bad in this performance. This very kind of unusual because he usually has pretty good performances, in my opinion, whether it's in Carolina or New England. With Belichick, he's trying to drop the board, and so you have to beat the 49ers right now with Jimmy G as our quarterback. That's what happened last week. Let's talk about things to look forward to for this one. I'm going to be looking at Bill Belichick in particular for this game because he is pretty much the mastermind of the Patriots. You could say Tom Brady, Cam Newton, defense, anything like that, but Belichick has been there since the forever land. He's going to be doing something that everyone knows what he's known for, is to take something away from the 49ers. So on offense, they really like to run the ball quite a bit. Michael Hasty, I'm assuming he's going to be the number one back since Raheem Mostert will be out for a while. Jimmy G, he's going to be probably trying to get him to throw the ball and win the game for us, which I would be too concerned, but at the same time, he does have that little bit ankle injury, so he's going to be having to roll out a little bit. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to collapse the pocket, make him run a little bit, and try to make him get a turnover. San Francisco, if I'm you, if you're playing against Belichick, you better get ready to get the yards after catch bros. I think that was coined by Deebo Samuel. With him, Ayuk, and George Kittle, you better be using him as much as you can, and the running game, you're going to have to rely on that. They're going to be trying to stop that. I'm expecting the Patriots defense to try to get a lot of pass rushers in the pocket, collapse it, and make Jimmy G win the game by his hand, which he did last year, but this year in particular, it's a little bit different since he's banged up a little bit, but we'll see what happens then. 49ers defense, they have to contain Cam Newton. Belichick is going to be using him as a mobile quarterback even more because he knows that the 49ers struggle big time against mobile quarterbacks. You see, this year already, Carson Wentz, he's not the most mobile quarterback, but shoot, he was making nice plays for them on Sunday Night Football. Kyler Murray, we definitely had a lot of problems with him, and we're going to have problems with Russell Wilson next week. Belichick, I'm pretty sure he's going to be having a lot of quarterback runs for Cam in particular, and plus, Cam's not really strong with throwing the ball as much. I don't know. It's just feeling really weird this year in particular. He's doing kind of okay, but he's struggling a little bit in the passing game, having trouble reading other wide receivers. So passing game, not as much of a concern, but definitely his mobile ability. So that will definitely benefit him in the passing game as well. That's the big key for Belichick against the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan, I'm pretty sure he's drawing up a lot of creative plays for this Patriots defense because it's a pretty good defense. I don't think they're number one defense like they were last year, but at the same time, they're still a really good defense led by Stephon Gilmore. Shanahan, he's going to have a lot of cool things drawn up for them. And to be honest with you, with that O-line, the way that they played last week against the Rams, if they can keep it up, they could just straight up run the ball, and whatever Belichick does, it won't be effective at all because that offensive line, the way that they played in Los Angeles, that was just absolutely amazing. Hoping to see that kind of performance more often in the next couple of weeks, probably for the rest of the season. Offensive line, they can keep their contusion, their chemistry going, then it should not be a bad game at all, but that's really what it lies down to, and that was the difference between this game and the past couple of games for the whole year for the 49ers. It was the offensive line. I mean, sure, Jimmy G, he had his problems with interceptions and what have you, but when the offensive line gives him a little bit more time, he's going to make a lot more plays. Wide receivers, receivers, George Kittle, they're going to be making a lot of plays as well. Should be very effective. And the 49ers, they have a lot of pieces to work with. So if Belichick shuts something down, something else has to give for the 49ers offense. So if they shut George Kittle down, you still have the running game. You still have those receiver sweeps that they can go to. If they shut the running game down or the wide receivers down, you still have George Kittle to go to. So there's a lot of talent with this 49er offense. I hope Shanahan takes advantage of all the pieces that he has, because this is probably one of the most talented offensive players that I've seen in a while for this team in particular. I mean, to add Brandon Ayuk, that should be a very positive thing for the 49ers, and so far he's done really well for us in San Francisco. Offensively, I'm excited to see what Kyle Shanahan does. I'm excited to see what Jimmy G has in store for his old team. That should be an interesting one. Defensively for the 49ers, they really got to stop Cam Newton, as I keep saying. They got to do that. Stop mobile quarterbacks, and if they could do that, then they could win this game pretty good. But yeah, this is going to be a tough game. This is not going to be a walk in the park, in my opinion. I mean, we thought that with the Philadelphia Eagles, and shoot, we got upset by them. But at the same time, we did have some injuries going on. Jimmy G wasn't available, but still, playing Belichick, anything can happen, and I'm expecting the Patriots to play in desperation mode like we did last week against the LA Rams. The 49ers, they should play desperation mode every single week, because they're a little bit behind in the NFC West race, also in the NFC race in total, because if the playoffs started today, they would not be in the playoffs. So they got to win as many games as they can. This one is a perfect opportunity to keep jump-starting their momentum from the game against the Rams and keep winning all the way. So 49ers, hopefully you guys are staying motivated. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too crazy over the win against the Rams, although that was a great win. Still got a lot of more games to go to, and this is another good game, another test for them to go with. If I had to pick a team, if I had to pick somebody to win this game, I'm going to be picking the San Francisco 49ers to win this game, and I'm really picking them to win this game. At first, I was about to pick the Patriots, maybe because they're in desperation mode, but the 49ers, I think they're going to be playing desperation mode as well, because they want to keep up with the playoff race. I know Jimmy G and company, they're motivated to play this game. I know Jimmy in particular, because, management wanted him out. I know Belichick wanted to keep him, but management just was like, I want Tom Brady. I want Tom Brady. Belichick had to get rid of him to us for a second-round pick, which was actually a steal. A lot of people say the Patriots won the trade because they got a lot of players with that second-round pick, but still, being able to go to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G and only give him a second-round pick, you could say the 49ers won the trade as well. So it was a pretty good, beneficial trade for both teams, and I guess we got to see a couple more years who really won the trade. But so far, I think it's looking pretty good for both teams, but I'll take my team with the Super Bowl appearance. I wish it was a win, but still, they went into the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. He's a big reason why we did it, but, whatever. Anyways, 49ers, I'm still picking them to win this game. I think Kyle Shanahan has a lot of creative things for offense. I think defensively, I'm hoping Robert Saleh has a lot of good things to stop Cam Newton and company. And if they could do that, then they'll win this game. If I had to pick a final score for this game, I'm going to be picking the 49ers to win this game about 25, New England 20. I don't think it's going to be the highest scoring game, but I think they can do enough to where they'll be really good for pretty much the whole game, and they can win this matchup, move on to 4-3 and face Seattle next week, because that's going to be the big test, definitely. So San Francisco, hope you guys prove me right and win this game, and you guys definitely need to, especially with all the losses that they incurred earlier in the season. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the 49ers and Patriots. I like what you just said in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help you out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow when I start to do my Edge videos. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great night. Go Niners all day.